why you feel anxious for no reason, and how to stop feeling that way from someone who has been dealing with anxiety, major, severe panic attacks, anxiety attacks for at least the last 30 years. And now I have really learned how to manage anxiety, how to set up my life so that I don't feel anxious all the time, how to understand what's going on with my body. And I don't even really experience anxiety as severely as I used to, and I don't experience it as much as I used to. And when I do experience it, I know exactly how to handle it now. So I want to teach you how to um, how to stop feeling that way, because I really understand how debilitating it is, how like frustrating it is, how scary it can be, how it's like something that nobody can really see. I mean, there are physical symptoms, but it's like something that's in here. You're not really able to see what someone is going through on the inside. So, in this video, I'm going to give you the 4 major reasons you feel anxious for no reason, and I'm going to work you through all of these reasons so that you can stop feeling that way, so that you can know how to manage, the feeling of anxiety, and so that you can feel better. So, hi, I'm Blossom. Welcome to my channel. I am a coach. My details are always in the description box, by the way. But let's get into the first reason. This is the first and this is the most major reason that you are feeling anxious for absolutely no reason. Like it could just come out of the blue and all of a sudden you're in a panic attack, you're in an anxiety attack, or you're just feeling super anxious and you don't understand why, because it's like nothing out in your immediate vicinity, or it's like it's coming out of nowhere, but it never comes out of nowhere. Okay, so that's really the first thing. But the very first reason is your body has sensed the danger. Your body went ahead of you. Okay, because your body is protecting you. It is there to protect you and to make sure that you're safe and that you're alive, right? That's its goal. Let me make sure this person is safe and alive. So your body went ahead of you and it sensed the danger or the threat before you even know what's going on. It is your protector. It is making sure that you are able to live this life that you're living. So it will go ahead of you and it will perceive things in your environment. And as soon as it sees a threat, as soon as it perceives danger, it will alert you. And that is that major feeling of anxiety. So how is the body determining what is a threat or what is danger? It is going back through all the memories that it has stored up until now, up until the point where you're watching this video, all the way back through your childhood, all the way back through your adolescence, through your early adulthood, through your adulthood. And it has pulled information from all these situations, all these things, all these people, all these interactions that you've had, and anything that dysregulated your nervous system, anything that it saw as a threat, anything that it saw as danger in the past, anything that overwhelmed you to the point where you really couldn't handle it, anything, any little thing, okay? It's really on your side. So anything it's sensed as danger or a threat in the past, it is now pulling from there. It's also pulling from things that weren't immediately dangerous or a threat to you per se, but you saw them, you perceived them, they were in your perception, and it was dangerous to another person. For example, if you are watching something on social media that happens to someone else and they got hurt, this could be emotionally hurt, this could be physically hurt, this could be mentally hurt. If they are hurting and in pain, but you yourself didn't physically experience that situation or that thing, your body still received the information. So if you come against that situation, your body might go on high alert. It might feel dysregulated. You might be in hyper arousal now, which is a state of anxiety. And you might now be feeling, your body is feeling a sense of danger, but you're like, this is coming out of nowhere. I'm safe in this situation. Everybody over here is safe. If you're around people or if you're in an environment that you think you're supposed to feel safe, like cognitively, you're thinking, okay, I'm supposed to feel safe here. But your senses, your body has already, it says no. We remember this from childhood, we remember this from high school, we remember this from this video you watched, we remember this from that one time that thing happened a few years ago, and now it has sent you into high alert. So what you do in this instance, when it is this specific, this is number one. When it is this, in fact, it could be one of the other three that I'm going to talk about, of the reasons why you may be feeling anxious for no reason. But if it is this, the thing that we want to do here is to do very deep internal work. So you're going to do a self-inquiry on yourself. You're going to look at in the moment, you can start doing the self-inquiry, and afterwards you want to reflect, because you're very important. So you want to reflect on what's happening in your life. You don't want to feel anxious all the time, right? You don't want this to happen more frequently than it should, or more than would be normal for someone to experience. Because with things like anxiety, stress, real perceived fear, not perceived fear, but real fear in the moment, burnout, overwhelm. These are things that happen once in a while. Like it's normal for these things to happen sometimes. But when it gets to a point where you are, anxious out of your mind, where it's very scary, it's happening multiple times a day, you need medication now. As someone who has been on medication for anxiety and really um, had to go down that route, I understand you don't want to be on medication for the rest of your life. You don't want to feel anxious every single day, multiple times a day. You want to get a handle on this. But it is normal to feel it once in a while. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the self-inquiry. Even in the moment, you can start the self-inquiry. You can start saying, okay, what here would make me anxious? And you want to inquire, you want to ask a question, because I guarantee you will receive an answer. So you want to ask a question in the moment if you can. If you cannot, then later on you want to ask, you want to assess the situation. What could have made me feel anxious in that moment? What was going on that dysregulated me, that made me feel anxious? And then you want to do inner work to really go deeper into that, because a lot of the time when you are feeling anxious for no reason, when your body sensed the danger before you did, okay, when it went ahead of you without your permission and just sent you into an anxiety spiral, you really want to get in there and see, because it might have some information for you that is extremely valuable. It might have a secret for you. It might have some information for you. It might have the key for you to unlock something inside of you. It might be something from your childhood. It might be something from your adolescence. It might be something that happened a few years ago. It might be something that happened in that situation that one time. And now, as soon as you do the inner work, which is going inside of yourself to see why that happened, to really dig deep, though, could be because situations that are happening now, especially you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, situations that are happening in the world to you now are not about what's happening in that situation, if you get what I mean. It's like, it's not about this party that you went to, or this place that you were at, or blah blah blah. It's not about that particular situation. It's something so deep inside of you. It's not about that situation at all. It's about something completely different. And as soon as you go inside of yourself to do the inner work, you can find that thing. You can deal with that thing. You can process that thing. And then your body can start feeling safe in the same exact situation after you did the inner work. Okay, so that's the first thing. So that's the like major thing. Your body went ahead of you. It does not feel safe in that situation, around that person, around that thing. It's not for no reason. Okay, it's for a reason. It's for a deep reason too. So number two is, you have accidentally, mislabeled the feeling as anxiety when it's not really anxiety. So you're not really anxious in that moment, but you've labeled it as anxiety and you've mislabeled it. This is very common because anxiety is not the same as stress, is not the same as burnout, is not the same as overwhelm, is also not the same as real danger. Real fear in the moment is not the same as anxiety. What is anxiety? Anxiety is future fear. It's you went ahead of yourself and this situation, this present moment is safe and you good. But you feel anxious. You feel a future perceived or real fear, which is different than actual, I am actually in danger and I'm scared, and it's fear right now. Now, anxiety is future fear. That's how I think of anxiety. Future fear. It's not happening right now. I'm good. I'm safe right now. I'm in this chair. I'm sad. you know, Everything's fine. But for some reason I feel anxious about it would be future. So why would you have mislabeled something as anxiety? Because you've either done or you've not done something that makes you feel a feeling that is similar to anxiety, but it is not actually anxiety. For example, you trying to go to sleep at night and you feel anxious and you feel like you can't get yourself to go to sleep. And you sitting there tossing and turning in the sheets and the covers, and you've labeled it as anxiety, but really you haven't even thought back through the day when you had that little Alani, that little energy drink at 3 o'clock so you could do your afternoon workout. So you had this 100 milligrams of caffeine in the evening, and now here it is 10 o'clock at night and you're trying to get yourself to go to sleep and you tossing and turning and you've labeled it anxiety. It's not anxiety, babe. You just stimulated yourself. You stimulated yourself. And now you've mislabeled it as anxiety when you just have a lot of energy because you stimulated yourself. So number 2 is you have mislabeled the feeling that you're feeling as anxiety because you've either done something or you've not done something that makes you feel a feeling similar to anxiety. So that's number 2. That's the second reason you may feel anxious for no reason. The third reason you may feel anxious for no reason is because you simply have not taken care of yourself. You simply have not taken care of your basic human needs. And so you're feeling anxious. Your body is not feeling safe. Your body is not feeling secure. Your body is not feeling stable, grounded, regulated, because you don't have your life in order. No offense, no offense, no offense. You don't have some order, some structure, some systems in your life that help you run your life smoothly and efficiently. You're not on top of your health and nutrition. You're not on top of your exercise. You're not on top of your sleep. You're not on top of, these things in your life that help you to feel stable, safe. I'm calm, I'm good, I'm peaceful, my life is in order. Instead, your body feels on edge and you are actually experiencing anxiety because your body doesn't feel safe. Okay, you haven't been taking really good care of yourself. And the solution for this is to really sit down and do a needs assessment and see what areas of my life can be improved upon, what systems and structures and things can I put in place for myself so that I can take really good care of myself so my body can begin to feel safe, secure, stable, grounded, rooted, regulated. So basic human needs assessment: mental health, physical health, connection, fun, play. What do you like to do for fun? Are you just going to work, coming home, same everyday routine? No, we need some fun. We need some play. We need some rest. We need breaks. But first, you assess your situation. So the third reason that you feel anxious for absolutely no reason is because your body is not really feeling safe with you because you don't take care of it to the level that it wants to be taken care of. You haven't even assessed your needs. You haven't even assessed your life and these different areas, these different components of you to say, I need this over here. I really need this over here. I need this over here, and things like that. And people really skip over the health and the fitness and the mental health and the nutrition. And just please don't skip over that, because it is really, really, really important. I'm coming from a background of health, fitness. I used to be a health coach. I used to be a personal trainer, a fitness instructor. And so I bring all of that knowledge with me over here to anxiety, to managing anxiety, stress, burnout, and overwhelm, because it is vital and extremely important and not talked about enough. But it's a major component of you, because the body is what's making you feel anxious. So we need to really be paying attention to the body. It's important. And physical health, I would argue, now coming from a background of physical health, and by the way, my degree is in public health. I knew from the jump what I was into. So, but now that I've been in physical health, and it was amazing, and it's amazing, and I love it. However, but mental health, what I've learned now after going through depression, severe anxiety, being on medications. Now I don't take any medications. I do everything naturally now. Not that I'm against medications. However, mental health is going to go a step above physical health, in my opinion, in my experience. As of now, I know that mental health is going to go further. It's going beyond it. It's the most important. So the third thing is, your body doesn't feel safe because you haven't been taking care of it. Number 4 is that it's actually not anxiety. Okay, this is kind of like the second one, but not really. And I'm going to tell you why. It's actually not anxiety. And I kind of want to give you a little bit of a definition of these other things that it could be. So it's actually not anxiety. You're not actually feeling fear about something in the future. You're actually feeling stress. Stress, I think of stress as in the moment, in the present moment, you are feeling tension, strain, or pressure about something that is happening now. Now, could you feel stressed out about anxiety? Yes. Yes, you could. But stress is different. Stress is right now. I think of stress as right now. Strain, pressure, tension, right now. This situation, this moment right now is stressing me out. Versus I'm anxious about something. I'm anxious about this thing I have to do tomorrow. I'm anxious about this thing that happened yesterday. I'm anxious about something that's not happening right now, but it's taking me over right now. And I'm labeling it as anxiety because it's not happening in the moment. So it's not anxiety, it's stress. Stress is happening in the moment. It's not anxiety, it's overwhelm. Overwhelm is, I have this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing, and I feel overwhelmed from it all. It's too much on my plate. Needs assessment. A needs assessment can help you with that. Actually, a needs assessment. Okay. The other thing that it could be, and all of these things I kind of like I am well versed in these 4 things: and anxiety, stress, overwhelm, and the last one is not anxiety, it's burnout. You're not anxious about this, that, and the third. You are burnt out. You've overwhelmed your system to the point where you're not functioning at the capacity that you should be able to function, because you've done too much. Instead of being overwhelmed, you did all those things, and now you're burnt out. You don't have the energy to even function at what would be a normal capacity for someone like you, because you're doing too much, you've done too much, and now you're burnt out. You're not anxious, or you could be anxious and burnt out. So you kind of want to start to develop a familiarity with the difference between anxiety and something else, because everything is not anxiety, but some things are anxiety, and you want to get a handle on that so that it doesn't overtake your life. You don't want nothing to overtake you, because you deserve peace, you deserve stability, you deserve to be regulated and calm, and you are vibrating. I'm a very spiritual woman. You are vibrating, and you are attracting situations that mirror your vibration. So it's important that you get a handle on these things. My details are in the description box for coaching. I can help you do that needs assessment that you so desperately need to do. Okay. And I help you go through and put in the systems and structures into your life in the background. See, nobody teaches us this in school, but there are systems and structures that you need to put in place in your life to run your life efficiently so that you don't feel anxious. And so that when moments of anxiety pop up, you know how to process them, how to handle them, how to deal with them. And that's what I specialize in, and that's what I do. I help you to feel safe, grounded, regulated. Nervous system regulation for the feminine body is different than what a lot of people been teaching you online. So if you want to learn how to do that, if you want to work with me, if you want to chat and talk to me about, situations in your life that are making you feel anxious and get a handle on it, my details are in the description box. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll put another video here for you to watch. I'll see you next time. Bye.